Hey you guys, how are you doing? I have not talked to you in so long, but you guys, I finally closed on this property. That second property that I started out, I think I have like 2 other videos and I just went like disappeared. When I say it was so stressful, you guys, it was so stressful. And I, at some point, just felt like I just wanted to give up, but I didn't. And I closed on the property like say 3 weeks ago. And you can't really see in the background. Let me see, move this away. There are all these suitcases on the floor because I'm headed down to Jamaica. I actually was in Jamaica like 3 weeks ago, but I'm headed down to Jamaica. We have already started renovation on the new place. I'm so excited, you guys, and I am definitely taking you on the journey with me. And also I have to do like some recaps of just what happened and all the problems that arose and how I was able to overcome those problems to get the keys. Do I have the keys right here? Nope, I already packed them in my purse. I have to show y'all the keys. Thank you for the comments. I did interact with a couple of people. Like I said, I only have like 2 videos up, and when I did my first house, I was too stressed out to even bring anybody on the journey. And I've had a lot of stress even with this house, just with buying things and definitely doing things internationally. But I am here for it, and I am definitely taking you guys. This property is, it's a condo. It's older. The owner that had the property, she basically just bought the property. She never put anything into it. Somebody was renting it from her. You know, they never did any renovation. So the way they bought it probably 50 years ago, I don't know, is the way it looks right now. So the first thing that I did was we just tore everything out the house. So that has been done. We already did that. I had to go in like with the electrician because we're changing out like the wiring, what else was I gonna tell you? We're changing out just electrical stuff, wiring. So I basically had to tell them where I wanted new outlets, but I was kind of familiar with this because I've done it before. I was able to tell him that, and I felt like a little bit more informed this time. So he just kind of like cut the wall and ran, you know, wires and it's pretty amazing to know like people could just do that. You could just be like, hey, put an outlet right there, put an outlet like right there. But it's kind of like, I don't know anything about like electricity, but you have to have like a main source, and they can run it from different places. So yeah, guys, we're doing everything. We're doing recessed lighting. We're shipping stuff in from the US, so I'll tell you about that. What else did I done since you? Oh, we cut a wall because it's a studio. This is a studio that I am doing. My first property is a 1-bedroom. We cut the wall, and of course you have to check with the property because, you know, like some walls and things you can't like really take down because it helps support the property. So you have to make sure that, you know, you talk to management, let them know. Pretty much for me, I had to just let them know what I was doing, how long it was going to take, and yeah, because you know, you don't want to kind of like mess with things like that. Oh, the plumbing was gone, disaster. I got the place, there was a leak there. You could walk in the house and you heard the water. So basically, the guys, the place was built like a long time ago, so all the pipes are like surrounded by like concrete. So I had to get someone in. We changed all the pipes out, so now I have like new sturdy pipes, because you don't want to like start doing something. This is why you have to have people that are very knowledgeable about things doing work for you, because you don't want to start something, you to put up new tile, you put in new flooring, and then the pipe bursts or something like that and just mess up everything that you did. So I did change out a lot of the plumbing. That has been completed as well. I went to a couple of places here in the States to look for cabinetry, because I don't know, for me, you know, we'll talk about that too, but when I did my first house in Jamaica, I did get a carpenter to make my cabinets, and although, you know, he made the cabinets nice, he gave me like a 3-month completion time, and that turned into almost a year. So that really held up my project, and I don't know, I just didn't want to go through that. And I just know a lot of people that just got burnt like that. But maybe like if you know somebody, what I do find with doing business in Jamaica, people, workmen will tell you they will take jobs knowing they don't have the time to do it, because they just don't say no. So, you know, you'll be one of 6 other people that he's making cabinetry for. And obviously that's not probably a super easy thing. I don't, you know, because they're actually constructing cabinets for you. So I just didn't want to go through that again. So I'm getting my cabinets from here, and not to downplay anybody that's in Jamaica that makes cabinetry. I'm just telling you my experience, and I know a lot of other people that have experienced that as well. People just don't tend to tell you, and I find out with a lot of things, not just carpentry, just a lot of things. They take the job, they take the deposit, and then everything just slows down. Kind of like it was when I told you when I was even getting a house. I went through so much, you guys. And even though I was the most prepared person, I started my home buying process like April. We just closed. It took 9 months. My tips to you, you just have to be prepared for people. And I'm talking about banks, I'm talking about attorneys. Always call and check up. Even if a person tells you that they're going to do something, that next week, you need to call and check up. Don't ever assume that they're doing their job, because I'm telling you, it's like you're pushing a ball uphill. You push and it like goes a little bit and then it stops. And every time that I gave the benefit of the doubt that this responsible business person would be doing something, I had to call and found out that nothing had gotten done. And maybe a week or 2 weeks went by, or somebody lost something, or somebody didn't get something. Communication with each other. Don't think that, you know, your attorney is going to call the seller's attorney to do what they have to do. Do you know how many times I had to call the like an attorney here or attorney there? It's hard. Like I ended up having like 3 attorneys that were working for me. My own personal attorney, there was the vendor's attorney wasn't working for me, and then you have attorney that kind of represents you from the bank standpoint. I had to get so many calling cards, just chasing behind people. And you will do that throughout the process if you don't work with a good team. But what I'm telling you is, if you start out with somebody that you just don't know, unless they have an excellent reputation, don't assume that they're a good person. They can do all this talking and tell you this and tell you that. No, show me. Show me. And especially if you're a very organized person like me, like, you will get so discouraged. You will get so frustrated. So don't make the mistake that I made a second time. My experiences with the first house and second house were different, but yet the same, you know, because I was so prepared. And even the second time I was even more prepared, because I knew how the process would go, but yet it still took me 9 months. And a lot of it was definitely avoidable. Also, let me tell you something that hit me in this process. I'm just kind of summing up the whole like process, and I want to go through like little individual things that I forgot, but I'll do that in another video. Just know that, you know, obviously you're gonna have to pay out money, but with the seller, there probably will be a clause in your contract. Usually they want you to like pretty much finish the deal and close the deal in 4 months, but they may have a clause in there that if you don't do it, they can charge you like a portion, you know, like a fee. And this was in my first contract, that didn't happen. It was no fault of mine. It was a lot that had to do with the bank and attorneys, but it was just I wasn't expecting that, and it was a sizable amount of money. So just be prepared that that person could call in that money at any given time, and you could be, like I said, I was talking to the seller all the time, and we were both, so happy. And they waited until once the bank paid them, and they called in. They called in that. So I'm not getting mad at the seller or anything, but so that was money that I definitely wasn't expecting to have to pay. And also, the interest rate in Jamaica went up. I think like on the US dollar, I'm sure it went up on the Jamaican dollar as well. But I was expecting to be paying like 5%. That's what the interest rate was when I was getting the house, but the interest rate went up to 8%. So my battery is going to die, but I just want to go over some things that you guys can expect from this channel, to learn about from this channel during my process, my journey. I want to talk in detail about the labor, the cost, products, both me buying products in Jamaica as opposed to buying products here in the States, shipping, the company that I use, the cost, how you go about getting in contact with them, clearing the products when they get to Jamaica, because that's a whole nother story. You have to get the products cleared, and then you have to get the products brought to you to the location that you need them. Starting my Airbnb, the page, writing about the page, starting everything up, the cost, as far as, yes, once you get started, you're going to start to make money on Airbnb, but you're also going to start to generate bills. So you have to, deal with the electric company there, the cable company, you got to get your internet and just things like that. So as I, start these things up in my new project, you guys will be able to go with me and see how I do these things and what the process is. The only thing that I've done so far is I did start the electricity up in my name, and I'm going to go into detail what you would need for that and where you have to go. So we're going to talk about a lot of things, so make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. You guys are going to love this because you get to watch me go through the whole process, go from my house that is like in shambles right now, and I know it's going to be absolutely beautiful because I'm in love with my first place. And yeah, you guys, so please make sure that you like this. Leave your comments below, like if you have any questions. I'm not saying that I can answer everything, but if you even have input about something that you're doing and you want to share it with other people, if you're a person that does something and you want to share it, like, information below, please help me out too. I'm learning, just like I'm trying to, navigate through this world of starting I already have an Airbnb. I'm not an expert at it, but I feel that I do have some knowledge to help you guys help yourself. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your support, and make sure that you subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.